Good day, guys. So this is just like a quick short video on how to prepare a slide and how to go about it, how to reference your picture. Yeah. So this is Benchside. Is an app. It's not really an app, like a web app that you guys already know. Actually, you're like probably going to be the first set of people that is seeing this for the first time with this new user interface and everything. Essentially, this is Farm GPT. I know that a lot of people know about when I created Farm GPT. So, but this it has been branded, and Farm GPT is not just like a side project. When it started, it was just like a side project, but now it's much more bigger than that, and there are more things that Benchside can do. So this is Benchside. So it's a full-blown research companion, and it can help you with your research. Query about pharmacology. Like a chatbot, and you can talk to it, and so many things. In fact, you can even send in your SDF file for it to give you a description of the compounds that are inside there, and it's actually really, really powerful. So one thing there's still more things to come. Definitely. Still more things to come. It's going to be a full-blown pharmacological research, in silico research platform. But firstly, we start from somewhere, and yeah. So this is basically what Benchside is, and what I just wanted to show you guys is just how to use this for research, how to use to research a particular topic. Uh, Firstly, you can just get started if you don't have an account. So I've created a bunch of accounts on this already myself, like while testing it. So you could say, let's say, Bosse, Badru, and let's say the email. I want to use an email, an active email that one could receive a code in a verification code too. I think I have one of my emails. Yeah, I'll just type it here. Yeah, and the password. I'm just put the password there. So as you can see, eight characters plus lowercase. It must contain a lowercase, a number, and an uppercase letter. So you have to be vigilant about that. So then create the account. All right. So a 6-digit code has been sent to my mail already. I'm just gonna type it here 19820. So verify the email. So since I verified the email, I just need to log in. Gmail.com. So yeah, this is the chat interface, and you can access your conversations as you go on to have your conversations, and so many modes. You could use the this is a light mode, this is a dark mode. My laptop is currently in dark mode, so if I click here, you should go there. So I come here, you should click show me the light mode, and this is dark mode, light mode, and dark mode, and my system setting is right there. So let's just do something. You just set a simple I. So let's see, you want to do a deep research. So this is where you want to do a deep research. You could do it fast. This is a fast mode for, let's say you want quick answer, you want an answer that is very short, or you want a detailed answer, or you want to do a proper deep research. And All right, so let's say you want to ask, let's open a new chat. Let's open a blank new chat. So let's say you can click any of these cards as well. They are all interactive. Any of the cards as well, as you can see. Yeah, perfect. I kind of prefer the live mode personally, and yeah. So if you want to go to the home page, you can just literally click here and take it back to the home page. And you want the detailed mode, so you can see it was short and succinct. Oh, sorry, it was short and succinct. I went basically took my mouse back to that place. So it was short and succinct. And if you want a detailed version of this your prompt, you could basically copy it and send to it, where it takes a little bit more time. The fast model, is straight to the point, but the detailed model is direct. The detailed model is more robust, rather more robust. As you can see, it's still going, still going, still going. As you can see. This is detailed mode. It's going to be as robust, as comprehensive as possible. That's the essence of the detailed mode. But with the fast mode is just straight to the point, key point, and just wants to. So if you want something, you want to receive an answer as regards something right in the moment, it's a fast mode you would want to use. But if you want something that would think deeply and get you an answer as quick as possible, you require the detailed mode, as you can see here. So yeah, as you can see, compared to this, as you can see, so detailed, very detailed. So now let's do deep research on the topic. Let's do deep research. So you click on the deep research mode. You say let's say ocrelizumab, a new therapy. I'm just eyeballing it here. A new therapy for multiple sclerosis. So it started to research on that topic. So immediately it starts researching. So deep research takes a little bit more time. It's not like fast or the detailed mode. It takes time. It takes its time to go through all the sources, every single publication, every single paper it can get its hands on. It would gather all the reports from there, all the findings from there, and consolidate it in a full-blown research report. And you would see by the time it's done, it's going to take a little bit more time than this. You see, look at some of the sources it has gone through to, and you can see PubMed, and you can also review what are the things that has been seen. Yeah, you see some of the sources that's been able to look at, as you can see here. While it is still running, that, and it will give you a full-blown research, even with references, with so many things, so many details, with tables and everything that you would require to prepare, be it a presentation slide, or maybe you don't even have an idea about the topic. It will do all the research. You don't have to go to PubMed to go and be looking for them. It will even provide you the DOI link. I don't even know what the DOI link. So it's like an identifier link to direct you to exactly the publication that this came from. So let's say, for instance, now you reference a publication in your reference list. Whatever paper or publication you cite, it has to be in your references list. And to verify whether you put a fake reference and it's something ChatGPT and other LLMs do, even with their deep research, when they tend to hallucinate with some certain references, and the DOI link is what would help you to verify that is that reference real, or it is from the whole hallucination that the LLM is going to generate for you. So this has been created to curb all that. yeah, cover all that, and you have a full-blown research uh um report, and you could easily just click on the DOI and it take you somewhere. So this is the report. As you can see, the full-blown report on ocrelizumab as a new therapy for multiple sclerosis. As you can see, the mechanism, the efficacy, and the safety in the treatment of multiple sclerosis. It will show you the key findings here and give you an introduction. Look at it citing references here, pharmacology and mechanism of action. It will do everything for you. You don't have to go to PubMed to be looking for one thing or the other. It will bring them out for you to provide all the data that you would require, all the data that you would need, and to create the reference list as well. So let's check if the references are correct. The first one, this is Carlson, and it will give you in upper 7th edition. It's going to give you your references list in upper 7th edition. That's the default referencing style in Benchside deep research. So let's review Carlson's. So let's review Carlson's. Let's review if, as you can see, what's the title of this paper? Drugs targeting CD20 in multiple sclerosis, pharmacology, efficacy, safety, and tolerability. Now let's check if indeed, it's still loading. If indeed, as you can see here, drugs targeting CD20 in multiple sclerosis, pharmacology, efficacy, safety, and tolerability. As you can see, Alice K. Carlson, Moin Amin, and the same thing here. As you can see, it's not hallucinating any references at all. It's direct, and to provide you the link that you can use to verify that yes, indeed, this paper. So you could definitely go to that paper and try to download the PDF. As you can see here, download the PDF. Let's say you want to do your own extra reading on a specific paper. It has provided you the link. Then you go to the journal or to the publication page, and you go on there to download whatever you want to download. The site is still loading. As you can see, the name is Secura J. Bertele A. Cree, and the title of the paper is Long-Term Treatment with Ocrelizumab. And look at the date, 2025. Let's also check this on 2024, because sometimes LLMs as well, they hallucinate. They can get everything right, but the date, they can mess it up. As you can see, 2024 here, and this is long-term treatment with ocrelizumab in patients with early stage relapsing MS, and this is the same thing. Yeah, 2025, a 9-year data from Opera studies. Exactly what is here, and what year is it? It is 2025. What year is it rather? 2025. So look at the journal, the Neurology, American Academy of Neurology. So what journal was it published as well? Neurology. You can see. So the journal, this is also what's published as well. The journal where it was published. Because if you look at to cite this article, what is it showing here? Drugs. And what is here? Drugs. Neurology. As you can see. Look at this one too. The New England Journal of Medicine. Let's confirm this as well. This is what year? 2017. Let's confirm this. Still loading. Even from here, you'll be able to know that this is talking about the New English Journal, whatever, medical. See, from the NEJM. See, ocrelizumab versus interferon beta 1A. Stephen L. Auser, 2017. And look at it here. Same thing. The same thing. And the DOI. Oh, yeah. DOI is here. DOI is here. So, mind you, it's not going to. There are some papers that maybe the DOI is not easily accessible. There are some that might not be exactly accessible, or you could try to look for where it was published. Try to look for where the paper was published to get access to the DOI. There's some papers from like 80s. There was a paper I was referencing, doesn't have a DOI, but I referenced it because it was actually an actual paper that talked about. That was one of the first place some of the oxidative stress markers was was talked about. Yeah, was published. So I referenced it, and yeah, so that's just basically it. So yeah, so that's just about it. And if you want to, you could use this for your research, basically, and you could just come here to the detailed mode. I would prefer you use the detailed mode, or maybe you want a very very short slide or very short presentation. You could just use the fast mode, but you could come to the detailed mode and tell it, convert this report to a presentation slide. You can see it's generating it. So it's getting you slide 4. And it's even giving you placeholders for visuals. So you could go on internet, look for the visuals and plug it in there. And yeah. You plug it in there, and as you can see, it's giving you your full-blown presentation slide. And let's say for instance it does not even cite the references. You could tell it, okay, cite references in the presentation, and also add the references list at the end of the slide. So yeah, it's been creative here, trying to give you in Vancouver style. So oh, still running. It's even giving you design notes as well, and whatever it is that you want to do. So as well, you could see here that after this line of thoughts, you could just put cows in. Yeah, you could, it depends on what you want to do. Let's say you want to do upper style, you could just do it there, or you could tell it you want it to be in upper style. You tell it and it is going to run it for you. But since you already have this, all you just have to do is plug it in. So it says what was referenced there, 5, so you just plug in 5 there, and you copy and paste into your presentation slide, and you see it's straight to the point. The presentation slide is not to be packed with too many things like per page, just straight to the point, an image by the side or under or on top or however you want to do it here. And it's a PowerPoint in its bullet points. You don't just put your words or the content like in a prose style. Prose, I mean PROSE. It shouldn't be in a prose style, it should be in a bullet point. That was called a PowerPoint. So like you highlight the key points. So the reason why you're using a PowerPoint presentation is that you've already understood what is inside your research report, and you are trying to give them the key points, the key findings inside the report. But at the same time, it's also helping you because you don't have to start racking your brain to try to remember one detail or the other. So you would have learned the report in such a way that whether as you see it in your PowerPoint, you are reminded of the explanation that follow. So let's say you're even talking about examples of a particular stuff. You could just, when you're presenting, you could just say PML, two confirmed cases. Then from there your sense of recollection will start bringing back, will start bringing all those things that you've learned from the report into remembrance. So you start remembering them. So that's the reason why you also have to do your own homework, understanding and learning what is inside the report as well. So, but this is just to not waste your time. A lot of my presentations in 400 level, I did it that morning. There was none that I did a day before. A lot of them I did them like less than 1 hour before the time. I don't think I've ever done any presentation slide like days before. I've done them right there, and though it took a little bit more time because I didn't have this at the time. So but now you have this and you could get to in like 10 minutes you are done with your presentation. All you just have to do is copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste, and you could basically get a template from Canva. Just copy and paste it, copy and paste it, and your picture. So wherever it is that you get your picture, let's say for instance now your visual here is to be a schematic of Zoom. So this is your title. You put your title, and you also add where did you get this schematic from. So you could generate it with ChatGPT, but you have to put there that your source is what, ChatGPT, and what year did you generate that picture. So if you saw your picture from Google, you can't exactly get a picture from Google. You can, but you can't exactly say your source is Google because Google sourced it from somewhere else as well. So you have to make sure you go to that place that you got the picture from and know where it's coming from. Then you source that link. You don't necessarily have to even put the whole link of the picture there. You just have to put source. Let's say the name of the site. Let's say it's Wikipedia, wikipedia.com. You don't have to put the entire wikipedia.com slash this, that. Just put wikipedia.com. Let's say you got it from Springer. But if you got the picture from if you got the picture from a paper, if you got the picture from a paper, then you have to put your source that you put there. You can put the name of the journal or the name of the publication site, then into brackets, so and so. Maybe Farad 2017, Farad et al. 2017, or Bimpe 2019 or something. Just put it there. Yeah. So that's how to source or to properly reference your pictures, your images. And let's say now for your tables, now let's say you get your table from a particular publication or from online or whatever. That's how you source them. But now let's say your table was created by you. You got different data from different publications. You got your data from one place, and you consolidated it into one table. Yeah, you have to reference it as you write the title that you have given the table. You can give it any title you want, as long as it is correctly describing the table. Then the source, if you got it from different sources, you write adapted from. Then you write all the papers, and you don't have to write all their title. You just need to write so et al. Or maybe you got it from google.com. You're not going to be writing google.com because Google is not exactly a source. Wikipedia.com, Springer, whatever, Elsevier, those two self, they are not exactly like a source. The paper that is in them are actually the source that you reference. So just put where you want to put there, and that's how to reference a table. Let me show you an example. I think I don't have a table here, but I can just tell you to explain part of the data with a table and reference it in upper style 7th edition. That's what I think Unilag is using. Unilag runs with upper style 7th edition. So it's going to generate the table. I think my network is so good there. Sorry, I think my network is being funny. Yeah. So as you can see here, because this is how APA would look like. Quite different. It's not be writing, as you can see, it's a reference it. It's not be writing 1, 2, 3. But by default, when you do the deep research, it always gives you in upper 7th edition. As you can see now, you see the reference for each part of the stuff is giving you. It got basically most of it from Hausa, and it got some from Multaban. Yeah. So when you want to reference this, your table you write table 1, efficacy outcomes in pivotal ocrelizumab. So it will be under, actually it won't be on top. So it will be under when you're putting it in your write up or inside your presentation slide. You put it under. Then your source, then you write adapted from Hausa et al. 2017 and Montalban et al. 2017. It's because inside this report there was no table generated at all. If does it mean there was a table generated inside this report, it would give you a full writing just beneath it, or cell under the table cell under it. Let me show you an example of what I'm talking about. Let me use another account I have run something with. This is my main account here, and my network is really poor. Okay, so let's look at one of the messages. Let's look at this here. All right, so yeah, as you can see, this table here as well, reference here, reference here, reference here, reference here, reference here, to give you the source of each part of the table. There was another one that I had, I think here. Yeah, this is one that I had there. You can see writing out the references here. Writing out the references just below it there as well. So some of them here. This is a full blue report. So look at it, it's telling you adapted from. Where did they get the data from? See? Adapted from. But you don't write it inside the table, it's supposed to be under. It's just that, like with an LLM, with an AI, they tend to be creative at times, but still something, and that's one of the reasons why humans still have to be in loop. But it basically brings down the amount of time you spend working or researching or whatever. So yeah, that's just about it. So register, use the platform as free of charge basically, so use it as much as you can. Utilize it very well, because I know there's going to be a lot of presentations that are going to be coming up as well, and just use it to your advantage. Yeah. All right, so if you want to put them into all this into your presentation slide, I have a template here already, one that I used for 43. It's my group, it's just toxicology. So okay, so yeah, this is the title of your slide. You can just basically put this there, just copy and just simply paste that in there. You can just put make this a little bit bigger to show that this is what you're actually talking about. Or you could also want to but just make it bigger actually. So you try to make it in the middle so it's well aligned. So you could just put your whatever here, your group, and the outline. For the outline here, you could just come here. You already have the outline here. So there's introduction, there is mechanism of action. So you just keep putting them into your outline. And let's say your first one. So it's introduction that you want to put here. So that's your first slide. So let's say you come here. It's a PowerPoint. It's just the key points, bullet points. That's all you need to use. You don't write them in a prose style. You shouldn't write them in a prose style. Sorry. All right. So you can just expand this like this. The introduction to ocrelizumab. So you could just come here. What is under introduction to ocrelizumab? So you come to this place, you copy. And you see. So this asterisk here is just to make that place bold, but you could just decide to want to keep it bold, but you can remove the asterisk yourself. So now as you can see, there's one here. So don't forget to put your reference there. So what is one? So you come here, you copy, and you remove this one, and you put your reference there. You see that now? So you come here to same thing, your reference there. So was there anywhere they put 2? Okay, under this lymphoid follicles. So you go to this place, you copy. You see? And you go there and you paste it there. So you can, your key point, the heading, you just put, make it bold a little bit more. You just come here, space it out, let it show that it's an actual point. So you could come here, space. You can make your references smaller than the actual stuff, or you can make it bold just to show that this is where your reference is. And Eto is in italics. Eto is always in italics. Eto is always in italics. So you could want to choose to make it bold. Maybe Ctrl B. Eto is always italics. So you can choose to want to make it bold. Yeah. As you can see, just make it bold. So Eto is actually, yeah. So that's essentially it, how to just put your stuff in your presentation slide. And so for slide 3, you can just put mechanism of action. Yeah. Just let's go to the next one though. So let's say for instance here now, it's not all pages that would have picture though, but it's very nice if you can get pictures for all the pages, but it's not all the pages that need a picture. So you can copy from this title here, copy from here like this, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. So this page is not a PowerPoint, it's supposed to be a PowerPoint. So you can just make this place tab. Since there are points under this mechanism, all these ones too, there are also points under this pathogenic disruption in MS. So you could just, same thing that we did to the point under mechanism, you highlight them and you press tab. As you can see, it's able to show that this one is under this, and this place you put Ctrl B to show that it's a topic of it. You just put Ctrl B and you're done. And if possible, let's say you for some reason you have a diagram of the um diagram of this mechanism of action, you could just basically put it here, and you make sure you reference it. This is how to reference a picture. You get a picture from somewhere, and mind you, you have to put figure 1.0. Your very first picture is figure 1.0. So this is source. Yeah, you just put the source there. So something I used to do, if I don't find a picture of what I want to, if I really need a picture to depict what I want to do, yeah, sometimes I just put the description of what I want, and I generate it with ChatGPT or generate it with Gemini. I prefer Gemini. I think they have a good image model called Nano Banana, so you could use that as well. So let's say, for instance, now I don't have from the guide I was given to you by the schematic of ocrelizumab binding to CD20 plus B cells. So you could say, okay, you want this for you, and you want to a visual of this, so you can easily go to, I have Gemini here, so you could just click on the create image. So you press it here, tell it to generate a schematic of ocrelizumab binding to CD20 you want. So there are some certain things that you cannot use it for, and some certain things that you would need to go and search for. So for pictures, all you will just need is you just simply go to, maybe let's say for instance, you just simply need to search ocrelizumab MOA. Just search ocrelizumab MOA. So you go to the images. So you see so many different pictures. So you come here, see one picture where it's showing ocrelizumab working against CD20, as you can see. So you could just copy this or save your image, or you can just copy. But go to where did he get the picture from? Where did Google get the picture from? So you could just come here, paste the picture. You could choose to want to maybe crop it a little bit, or show it in full. Or it cannot contain here, or you could just come here. Because your picture has to be like visible, it has to be big, and they can see what you're trying to say. So you could just go to maybe like a new page. You can just duplicate this page. So yeah, just simply remove this. Just put this in the middle. Put this in the middle. So how do you reference it? Let's come here, paste it. So where did they get the picture from? So you can see here, you can just put, or just put creativebiolabs.net. Simple. Or you don't even need to even put, let's go here, Ctrl C. Don't need to put the HTTP, whatever. Creativebiolabs.net. That's where you got the whatever, yeah. So if perfectly sourced it already. So also for a table, if you want to reference your table as well. So let's say you got a table from here. Duplicate page. Let's say you want to put a table here. So let's go back to Benchside and get our table. So you've pasted the table here. So I pasted the table 2 times. You just put your table here. Yes, try to put it in the middle. So you can just adjust the size. Because mind you, I told you want to make everything visible there. You can make everything here. Let's say 15. Come here. Maybe should say it to be higher. And bring this up here. Just make it visible on the screen. That's like the major thing there. Because when they tell you, oh, you did a table and we can't see what you just put there, it might be visible to you on your own. Though the screen is big, yeah, but sometimes some things will not just show properly. So you can just remove this reference. You don't need to add all these references place here. Since you already know it's Hausa and Taban that you got it from. So all you just have to do here is you delete this all. Delete all this. Delete the column. Basically. There is even more space for you can choose to expand it. I'm just doing all this one. All this one you don't need to be adjusting. The major thing is just to make it visible and all that. And it's not supposed to take this long, but and what do you want to do now? So you want to put your references, you want to reference your whatever. You just remove that. Just come here, put this one above there. So the same stuff you put here, just copy it, then paste it there. Then you put it there, and you just put table. Then don't put it in capital letter, just put table. Table 1.0. So what's the description of the table? Description of the table is what? Efficacy outcomes. Sorry. Oh yeah, copy. Oh, I copied the entire stuff. So where did you get the table from? So you can just write adapted from who and where again? Hausa and Montalban. You just put it here. That's all. You just put it in the middle and you're done with your table. That's how to put your table there. So they want figures, they want tables, they want diagrams and everything. So this is a table and this is a figure. A diagram is when you have all those ones that arrow is connected to one arrow, one box connected to one box or whatever. But you could also call it a figure as well. So it's really no but when you're looking to properly talk about it, you say table 1.0 efficacy outcomes in the proprietor blah 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 blah. Or you could write table showing so and so. And maybe a table showing the efficacy outcomes in pivotal ocrelizumab trials. Or you could say this is a diagrammatic representation of let me write it out, diagrammatic representation. So it's more of just like a picture showing something, but of ocrelizumab of action. So you just we try to put it in the middle. I'm using Canva basically. Everybody, I think anybody would have seen that already. So yeah, so that's just how to put your pictures, put your words and everything's already done for you. So you don't have to be looking for one information anyway. So your reference list, just so these are the reference lists used in your what's the name again, Seth? And your stuff, yeah. But I would prefer you use our past style. But this one was being creative, yeah, use Vancouver style. I would prefer you use upper style, because upper style it will start from the number the one with it's do it alphabetical order basically. So it will start from maybe like this Carlson, because it's like the one with the smallest with the earliest letter in the alphabet here is C and followed by A here. So as you can see, Carlson is what I should come first. But in Vancouver style, it will arrange the reference list in the order at which they appear inside your document, inside your report and everything. So mind you, Hausa was our number one here in this stuff here. So that's why it was number one in the reference list. So, but in upper, it's basically alphabetical order. So you see it here. That's why I show you number one there. And it's for easy reference. As it shows you number one there, you can easily just come back here to trace it that, okay, what's one number one? That's it. So that's how Vancouver works. But it's be better to use upper style, because pharmacology is upper, and then Unilag in general uses upper style. So upper 7th edition. So you don't need it actually, but APA is I think American Psychological Association, so it's their way of referencing their papers. So that's what like uses as well. So yeah, so that's just how to work on your slides and reference your table, reference your figures and everything. So yeah. So basically that's how to use it.